What's going on, everybody? Emmett Ferguson here with the legend of SuperPump from Gaspari Nutrition. As it says right here, the legend continues. The original SuperPump legend continues with new SuperPump Aggression. So, new SuperPump Aggression, this is a pre-workout supplement that you take before you exercise that came out a little while ago. And before we go on into this video, because we're going to be talking about some of the ingredients and how they can affect your body or what the benefits are of the ingredients, I do want to always use a disclaimer. You know, this video, the ideas in this video have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. And as always, you know, with everything in California, there's always a warning, cancer and reproductive harm. If you want to understand what that is, you go to p65warnings.ca.gov. And I personally went there and went through the list of ingredients, and it's important for anybody who wants to, you know, understand supplements and the various ingredients that you're putting in your body. You can visit that website. You can go through each ingredient one by one to learn more about the ingredients. So you can look up the ingredients that are on this list and then, you know, cross-check to see if it's on here. Now, I went ahead and did it just real briefly. I didn't catch anything alarming, but, you know, always, everything in California basically has a disclaimer. So, you know, these two disclaimers aside, we'll get straight into it. So, for me, when I first heard about SuperPump, it was probably about 15 years ago when I was using SuperPump 250. And probably about like 10 years ago, I had been using SuperPump 250 quite a lot. And that was the supplement that helped me win an amateur bench press competition. I was about 141 pounds at the time, maybe 139. I can't remember the exact details, but I won the competition benching 265 pounds. So, you know, that's not, you know, a lot in the terms of the, you know, full professional level of bench pressing, but, you know, I was able to get first place in an amateur competition with SuperPump 250. So fast forward a bunch of years, 10 years, I'm looking at this supplement now, SuperPump Aggression. I've been using it for about a month. This is a brand that I've trusted. I've known Gaspari Nutrition for quite a while. It's a brand I've trusted, so I wanted to check it out. And for me, it's not so much about, you know, what the name says. Ooh, SuperPump Aggression. Like, is it going to make me super aggressive? I mean, that all comes down to, you know, the person, your personality. You know, if you've just gotten into the gym and, you know, you absolutely love it and you go every single day and you're so pumped up about it every single day and, you know, you're super aggressive about it, then this could probably add that extra level of performance. For me personally, you know, I've been pretty consistent with the gym, and, you know, I just like it to get that extra pre-workout boost. So, right now, we're going to go ahead and get into looking at some of the ingredients. The first question that I had about SuperPump Aggression is whether it was simply just a rehashing of SuperPump 250. So I compared some of the ingredients, and back in the day, there was a lot of controversy that a lot of supplements had this ingredient called DMAA. I think it's dimethylaminoalanine or dimethylalanine or something, DMAA. A lot of these supplements had it. Jack 3D, I don't know if you remember from like 8 years ago, Jack 3D got banned in, I think, like 2017, 2015 maybe, for maybe even earlier, for some of the ingredients that they had in it, which were overstimulative and which were causing problems. So I bring that up because I was looking at the old SuperPump 250 ingredients, and I noticed that a lot of the ingredients in SuperPump Aggression have changed compared to those original ingredients. So this isn't just a rehashing of like the original formula in a new box, and this does not, obviously, you know, with any company that's been around for a while, they're not going to put a banned ingredient in it. So there's no DMAA in here. There's something called DMAE, which is dimethylaminoethanol. DMAE. So that, and I have a list here, which I'll show you in a second, but that's basically for athletic performance, mood, and focus. So right now, if you want, what you can do is, if at any moment, you can come back to this part of the video and just take a pause on this video to look at these ingredients and go ahead and look at these ingredients and pause and see what they're there for. Now, this might be backwards. Hopefully that it goes forwards once posted up there. Basically, each of these ingredients, I looked up each of the ingredients and went ahead to check what exactly they do for you. What exactly about them made Guest Bar Nutrition want to put them as part of the formula. So we're going to be going over that as well as, you know, a quick review. So my personal review of this is, you know, there's a lot of people who go to the gym and everybody's got different goals. Some people want to get incredibly strong. Some people want to focus on cardiovascular health. Some people just want to maintain. Some people are training for a sport, a competition. So whatever your goal is, I just want to share where I'm coming from so you have a baseline of, you know, an understanding of how this might be helpful. I take about half a scoop. So I only need about a half a scoop. I'm 155 pounds, 5'6". So if you're like 6'2" and, you know, 275 pounds, you might need a full scoop or, you know, more. So with that, always talk to a doctor before you do any of this stuff, or before you try a new fitness thing or a new nutritional supplement. Always speak with a doctor. But, you know, at 155 pounds, I've used supplements for many years, pre-workout supplements for many years, and personally, I've pretty much always taken like a half a scoop. You know, I've done it for a little while where I would take like 1 scoop or a scoop and a half, and I was like super into just destroying, you know, the weights. But now I'm more focused on, you know, ultimately maintaining, improving my cardio, improving my leg strength, and not, you know, trying to beat my bench press record all the time. So with that said, you know, those are my goals. And now one of the questions for you as a viewer is, what are your goals? Are you looking to, you know, become a super huge person, like huge and muscular, which I'm sure this would be helpful to you as well? Or are you looking primarily to maintain and just get an extra boost of energy throughout the day? I mean, whatever that is, you know, we'll go over some of the ingredients in here, which I've, you know, done some quick research on, and we can go ahead and you can go ahead and make a decision for yourself of whether it's going to be helpful. So just a quick rundown. You know, I wrote down each of the ingredients here. Some of the standard ingredients that I saw on this: choline, citrulline, beta-alanine, beta-ine anhydrous, and beta. So the top 4 ingredients, you know, those are primarily for muscle performance, overall management of your muscle fatigue. So basically, if you're doing high endurance workouts, like you have like 25 reps, some people don't recommend taking pre-workouts if you're going to do a lot of cardio. But personally, I mean, I've been using this to improve my cardio, and it's been pretty helpful. I've, you know, used other supplements, pre-workout, No Explode, SuperPump 250, as I mentioned, Jack 3D back in the day, which was pretty intense, and, you know, a couple other like smaller brands that happen to pop up on Amazon. But right now, this is the one I'm using. It's been pretty great so far. And I can definitely notice this concept of fatigue management and ongoing muscle. Like there's some days when I don't take it and I try to exercise, and, you know, you're just not always there. You know, you only want to do like 10 reps instead of 15, or like 6 or 7 reps instead of 8. But you can definitely feel a difference. So with that, you know, obviously this has ingredients in it to help your muscles function more effectively in a workout. I imagine if I took an entire scoop, my muscle fatigue or ability to push better weights, to have better muscle function and energy and all that would probably go much higher. And what I think is interesting is that, you know, the top 4 ingredients with the most content, the top 4 ingredients with the most content are primarily focused on your muscle management. Usually, sometimes, you know, it's primarily just energy stuff. They just have a bunch of energy ingredients like caffeine or something. But, you know, this one looks like they wanted to focus on muscle, we're going to call it management, right? The improvement of muscle function throughout a high intensity exercise or even a moderate intensity exercise. Or whether, you know, you're looking to increase your strength. So those are the top 4 ingredients there. Then we've got, Agmatine Sulfate, which is vasodilation, you know, helping to get a better pump in your body and all of that. That's a pretty common ingredient in many supplements. You know, everybody wants to like get that pump and, you know, have their muscles looking great. So, you know, those can be very helpful, right? To get that muscle vasodilation, that muscle pump. It feels good, it looks good, and, you know, you can't have a pre-workout supplement without it, basically. Now, what I think is interesting, and, you know, I love how they did this, how they designed this supplement. It definitely makes sense. So they started off with all of the muscle elements of it, how to get people's muscles to perform better, how to get people's muscles to fatigue less quickly or not as quickly, or how to delay fatigue, how to hydrate the body. So beta iron anhydrous, it helps to help with cell hydration. So if you're constantly working out, you want to drink water, you need something that's going to help your body absorb the water better. So very, very interesting. They made it very obvious, like what each part does and which parts of the supplements are meant to help what parts of a fitness routine. So next, of course, caffeine anhydrous. We all know what that is. But included with that, we've got LTyrosine, we've got caffeine anhydrous, N-palmitoylethylamide. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Okay, so caffeine anhydrous, L-tyrosine. We've got some great ingredients to help your mental focus. I mean, with any game in the gym or fitness, with anything in the fitness game or the gym game, I mean, mental fitness or mental focus is huge. If you're sitting in a gym like, oh, I got to go on my phone. Oh, look at that! Look at how strong that person is, or look at that guy or girl that just passed me. Ooh, wow! You know, you get distracted. And one big thing when it comes to fitness is when you think about people lifting weights, really heavy weights. You know, they gotta be intensely focused. Their mind has to be on the goal. The guy who's, you know, doing a bench press record or something, or like a strength record, I mean, they gotta be able to see themselves literally doing the exercise, the movement, and all of that. So that's where mental focus really comes in. And having a supplement that not only engages the muscles, but also engages that mental focus element of it can be very helpful. So, of course, caffeine's always been a big supplement there in terms of making that happen. But it looks like they've included L-tyrosine, which is great. And going on to these other ones, they've got another vasodilator, which is theobromine, choline bitartrate, which is also mental performance, but it helps with the absorption of choline, which is the muscle function at the top. So, you know, it looks like they work together. And DMAE, dimethyl amino ethanol bitarate, athletic performance focus. You know, this is what some of the websites that I've looked up have said. So again, these statements have not been verified by the FDA. I'm really just going off some of the basic research that I did through search engines. So if you really want to understand each of these ingredients, you know, definitely check out the P65 page, right? That warning, the cancer warning, disclaimer, reproductive harm, you know, the P65 warnings. Check it out on that website. Cross-check the ingredients to see, you know, which one may or may not be in there, or which ones might be the most concerning to you. I mean, these warnings in California are basically everywhere. You know, it's really tough to get away from, but, you know, definitely cross-check, important to look at those things. But at the same time, look up each of these ingredients yourself. I mean, understand how they work together, and it can be very helpful as you decide on what your next workout supplement is going to be. So with that, what else do we got here? So we got Absorption Metabolism from Bioperine. This is an interesting name. Rauwolfia vomitoria extract. It's also called whole herb. It's a traditional medicine herb. Helps with brain function and digestion. And here's an interesting one. I don't know if it's Hupersia. Oh yeah, here we go. Hupersia serrata extract, or also called a club moss. And that acts as an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. There's another ingredient in here that's anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. So I think that's great, because when you work out, when you're, you know, going through your day, there's so many things that can start to oxidize in your body, and that can cause some issues. So having an antioxidant, having an anti-inflammatory can be helpful. Now, with that, a lot of these ingredients, again, you know, it's really important to go ahead and take a moment if you're really interested in how these supplements work together. You can learn a lot just by, you know, taking a look at each supplement and just looking up the benefits. And just looking at this supplement so far, I never did this research when I took SuperPump 250, but just looking at these ingredients so far, I mean, it definitely makes sense. Now, is there an ingredient that, you know, suddenly sparks aggression and makes you, like, you know, want to go punch the seat and, like, you know, throw a 100-pound weight across the room, and, you know, suddenly your bench pressing increases by 50%? I can't see anything that works magic like that. But as far as the ingredients go, as far as SuperPump Aggression goes, as far as the brand of Gaspari Nutrition goes, trusted brand. You know, they've been around for many years, and they came up with this supplement, SuperPump Aggression. And, you know, just by looking at the ingredients and the basics of what they do and what their benefits are to the body, you can really tell that they, you know, definitely spent time to not only make it so your body doesn't fatigue and make your body be able to perform for longer, but also to help contribute to that mental focus that's required for any exercise so that you can perform at your best. Of course, they've got some energy supplements and things that help your body maintain, you know, good function during a workout. So that's the details. This is the video on SuperPump Aggression. Hope you enjoyed this. I know it's not like an in-your-face SuperPump Aggression, right? You know, not a commercial, not a 10-second commercial spot. But with that, check it out. It could help you get to that next level that you're looking for. If you've used a lot of pre-workout supplements, it might be very helpful, simply because now you know exactly, you know, what the ingredients are and how they work. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a wonderful day.